right now, I'm used to going to the office every single day, connecting with my team. My team's like family, right? Like it's the people that I see in the office all the time. You know, whether it's Soph, it's there right from the get-go, starting up Lake City. My dad, who's just like, it's great to see family member, like an actual family member from a day-to-day basis. He's always there first thing in the morning, and I get to see him when I come in the office around 9:30 every day. And I haven't had any of that. We try to meet virtually, and it does help kind of fill the voids, and it kind of helps fill the gaps between meeting in person. But clearly, it's not the same thing as being able to just reach out and see the office family on a day-to-day level. And then it's my clients. My clients kind of, I'm a very I'm an outgoing person, and just being around people can kind of boost you up and give you some extra energy and motivation. And I've been around my family and my kids for the last 3 weeks, but not around my clients and my friends and my these people that I get to deal with on a day-to-day level, and that has helped me build my business over the last 13 years. So it's been a big difference. I know working virtually, like we're always proud that we've been kind of a virtual team right from the get-go. So we've been able to kind of take advantage of technology, and right away we hit the ground running with Zoom meetings and our virtual walkthroughs, and we're now talking about making virtual buyers appointments and virtual listing appointments and all that fun stuff. But it's just not the same as being able to be person to person.
One thing that has changed is the fact that I'm working from home now. So that's different, because I used to be going into the office every single day, and I would work 8:30 to 4:30 and be at the office space. So that has changed now that I don't actually leave, but I still work around 8:30 to 4:30 from my home now. Things that have really changed is the fact that I'm home, of course, and I'm spending a lot of time at home with my family, which is really, really great. Things that are super different is just the fact that I just don't see anybody anymore. This is thankfully when the Zooms and FaceTimes and things like that come in and are great for socialization. But other than that, it hasn't been a huge change for me. I don't mind working from home. I really enjoy it, to be honest. I get a lot of work done, so that's a great thing about it. And what else? I guess I can show you guys just my little setup over here. So I'm just in an empty spare bedroom at my house, and here's what we got. Just my little setup, surrounded by all of the things that help me focus and help me be more productive. So that's my little space. In general, I guess, like in my neighborhood, things haven't changed that much. I live pretty far out from town, so it's a pretty quiet neighborhood to begin with, and there's not that many people out on the streets, which is great because I get to go for walks during the day, and knowing that I won't see many people out there. But yeah, other than that, my day-to-day hasn't changed that much, just the fact that I'm working from home now.
Basically, watch a bit of TV, watch the news, and go for walks, and do my workouts, and watch some more TV. It is a little lonely, but you got the media, and I do chat with my kids and my grandkids, and but just not being able to go out and physically, because we've been doing this a long time, and visiting with my friends and golf. I'm really worried about golf. That's concerning because I do a lot of golf.
Hey everyone, so it is the 4th week of self-isolation, and I'm sitting here at my desk. Give you guys an idea, here's my second monitor, couch, and computer, and there's the projector for when I'm done working. So over this last week, it's been a little bit slow. I started taking this more as a vacation and less as of just an alternate state of doing business, because I'm trying to flatten the curve. So over this last week, I bought myself a basketball net for outside so I could stay a little bit more active than I was for the first week of this, now that I realize that it's a long time that we're gonna have to be doing this, maybe another couple months. But other than that, I'm actually having quite a bit of fun, picked up some new hobbies, and just working differently from home now.
My life hasn't changed too much, really, thankfully. It does suck not being able to go out and enjoy the nice weather that's coming. But the wonderful thing is I've seen more people outside when I do go for walks. I see more people connecting with their family more than ever.
I'm the newest member of Lake City Realty. I joined beginning of March, and honestly, I don't think I could have joined the team at a better time. My first 2 weeks, I would actually go into the office. I'd see the team every day, and yeah, that's all foggy in my brain. It feels like so long ago now. We've been social distancing for so long. And yeah, it hasn't been that hard transitioning to working from home just because my role is so free. All I really need is a laptop, good internet, and the editing programs that I use, and I'm good to go. So yeah, that part has been an easy transition for me, at least. Another thing about my life that has been different from the 2 weeks that I did get to go to the office was just the loss of commute time. So I live in Dowling, that's 45 minutes out from the office, so that's like close to 2 hours a day of time that I've gained to spend with family. So that's been, I would say, a perk from all of this is just the time I get to put into myself, the time I get to put into the relationships I have.
What has not changed about daily business? Wow, there's not a lot that hasn't changed. But what hasn't changed is the idea that we want to still offer the same service as real estate agents to our clients, to our customers. We still want to be I've always seen Lake City Realty as a company that's above the rest of the competition and above like the other brands in Sudbury, with the kind of the white glove service we give, or just how we treat the people that we deal with. They're not numbers, they're not leads, they're individuals, and we build a long-term business by dealing with people over the long term and treating them like individuals and getting to know them on a one-to-one level and trying to build our business one customer at a time. And that hasn't changed. How we do that virtually and try to figure out what this world looks like. I was completely cool just to take a little bit of a 1 month pause and just say, okay, we'll take 1 month off and then we'll go back to work. But clearly that's not going to happen. Clearly they were into a different type of thing, which looks like it could be till at least July or whatever the case may be. And we need to kind of figure out how to offer that like really amazing personalized service on a virtual basis, which is, we're up for the task. And it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be some trial and error there, and we're trying to separate it into clients that like are motivated to move ahead, whether they're buying or selling, and if they can take the time off and just press pause, then that's an ideal situation. But we want to be there to offer the services that we offer to whatever clients want to be dealing with them, be dealing with buying or selling right now, but also to be able to offer that higher level of service that we're just accustomed to offering.
I mean, social distancing. I understand real estate is a needed service, and especially when people have to sell. But I do not understand just a regular listing being listed at this point, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It just you're not doing any justice to your clients at all, because you're putting them at risk. And I've always lived like face to face. I've been doing sales a long time, and face-to-face is always, you can read people, you still can on media, but it's not the same. It's not close to the same.
I do a lot of the back end work with Lake City Realty, so I do a lot of like the paperwork and like the accounting and bookkeeping type of things and all of the back end stuff that you don't really see. So I do all of that. So basically my job was, or what is pretty much the same, is that I was behind a computer at the Lake City office, and now I'm just in a little office in my house working behind a screen again. So in some ways it's different, but in other ways it's the same.
What has not changed about your daily life? And that list is a short one. Basically, my morning routines and my evening routines, everything else in the middle has changed significantly.
A lot of things have changed, especially for realtors and realty brokerages. We're very much in person. We do things in person. We meet with our clients. We take them through houses and all that stuff. But we can no longer do that, or we should at least limit how much we do that. So, although not really much has changed from what I do, because a lot I do is like emailing clients and working on our database and stuff like that, I have had to alter and learn some new things to make the client experience better. So I have sat on virtual panels and taken pages of notes on how to better serve the clients and make this experience of COVID-19 work for them and make it easier to get through. And it may not be real estate forward, because that's not what this is about. This pandemic isn't about how to make money or how to get more clients. It's about ensuring that people are okay. And at Lake City Realty, that's our goal, is to make sure that our clients are okay and aren't going insane sitting in their houses. So I've looked up how to do client events through Zoom and stuff like that, and which events are done really well, and like how to do them very well, how to advertise them very well, just to get people to do things, like keep them occupied and keep them entertained, because that's what we want to do. We want to be there for our clients, because it's a scary time, and even if you're just sitting in your house, it's scary. You might overthink what's going to happen, how's this going to change, and we don't want you to be alone in that, and we want to be there, so that's what we're doing.
I had, just the right amount of time to get a feel for how to go about marketing listings and how to perform my role. So when social distancing hit, our team at Lake City, we had to pivot a lot. We had to change the way we did things to accommodate for our clients during these times. One area in particular is just the seller experience of things. On our website, we have like a step-by-step process of how we sell your home. So that includes staging, that includes virtual tours, that includes detailed walkthroughs, the list goes on. And many things on those lists sort of involve that face-to-face. COVID-19 kind of threw a spanner in the works, and yes, real estate has been deemed an essential service, but we really had to sort of repave the way of how we did things at Lake City Realty.
What should be remembered for years to come about this time right now? Honestly, we're all connected. The world's a small place in the end. We started something over in Wuhan, China, and how it spread throughout the world. It's also amazing to see how everybody rallies around each other and is so supportive of each other. Sure, there's the Donald Trump things where he's limiting personal protective equipment and masks to Canada, but to see the companies stand up and say, no, we're not going to let him do that. We believe people need to be treated as people. To see communities, the effect that this is going to have on the restaurant industry and the hospitality industry is going to be like a tidal wave. Like, I've heard stats that already 50% of these companies aren't going to come back from this. So we're into such a tough place, but to see how community level these companies have tried to make changes and have tried to embrace these local businesses, I think there's always been like that thought process that support a local business over dealing with a Costco or the big box stores. But this is really going to put a face to that. This is going to put emotion behind what it means, why it's so important, and what it means to really support the people that are local to Sudbury and really support the people that are local in your community, because these are people that are struggling right now and are going to be in hard times in a hard couple of years by the looks of it. And hopefully we rebound and hopefully we come out of it. But as a community, hopefully we can just be there for each other, for those ones that are struggling the most. That's, I think, one way that I can kind of look back for it and say, what are we going to have to pull out of this? So
a lot of people will learn to, you have to maintain their, washing their hands, and this isn't going away for quite a while, and that in my mind is also frustrating. It's going to be different. I think you're going to do a lot more media, like FaceTime, and maybe that's a good thing, but I'm not there where I should be with most of my cohorts, but the people on the team. But I think a lot of it's going to be FaceTime. I think the world has changed a lot. Like just communicating with people will not be face to face. It'll be by media.
So something that I know is going to be remembered from these times, I think there's a lot of scary things happening right now and a lot of uncertainties, but I think we just really need to focus on what we have versus what we don't have. And I think this has been a huge reflection for a lot of people, with the fact to focus on like the good things that they have and what we have, and knowing like how grateful we are to have all of this access, because I don't think we appreciated everything we had until it was taken away from us. So I think that's something that's really going to be remembered. I think people are just going to be taking more inventory of their life and just really making sure that they're living it to their fullest. I think there's going to be a lot more people that are going to be getting rid of a lot of the distractions and really focusing on family time together and things that are truly important to people. And I think that there's just such a great lesson in all of this, despite all of the bad things that comes with it. I think if we just at least learn from these lessons, I think that is going to be something that's really going to shift this world for us. So
the big important takeaway from this should be is that even though we can't be physically together, there are so many ways we can still connect, whether that is through Facebook or doing phone calls, or Zoom. It's very important to make sure we're still connecting. I think now more than ever we're realizing the importance of having actual conversations with people and listening and responding, and I feel like we're all gonna take away better communication skills from this and actually like listening to people and caring more, or not just caring more, but showing that we care more, showing that we appreciate our family, our friends, our coworkers. And I know that I miss my coworkers an absurd amount. It's just good to be around a group of like wildly positive people, and when they're so positive and outgoing and focused, it makes you want to be positive, outgoing, and focused. So the world has changed, but I think we're going to keep changing because things aren't going to go back to normal. So when this is over, I think we're still going to change, but I think it's going to be for the better.
I think what should be remembered for years to come is the importance of community, and for being there for one another, and for not just thinking about yourself, but for thinking about everyone, because your decisions impact scales so much larger than you. And I think it's like pandemics like this that really make you realize that. Another thing I'll always remember is just being a part of a creative team like Lake City Realty during times like these. You know, we didn't let this knock us down, but we grew from it almost, and we definitely honed in on our technology skills. We honed in on our strategies for listing houses, for being there for our clients in times of need, especially if they're in positions where they need to sell. I'm so grateful to be a part of a team that pushes my limits, that pushes me to be innovative, to utilize technology, and to really connect with community through making.
Hopefully everybody's staying safe, staying healthy. From Lake City Realty to my family to yours, just do what you guys need to do to help flatten the curve, and hopefully you're staying home and doing your part.